संतोषी सदा सुखी या सुखी सदा संतोषी, क्या ठीक है?
संतोषी सदा सुखी।
क्यों?
जो सुखी है वो जरूरी नहीं कि संतोषी हो, लेकिन जो संतोषी है तो वो सबका ही सुखी होगा।
हिंदुस्तान में थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो जाता है। अब उधर ये जो संत लोग बोलते रहे हैं हमेशा से, संतोषी सदा सुखी, तो लोभी लोग जो है संतोष को ओढ़ लेता है। ये सब जो लोग नासमझ लोग हैं, जो प्रज्ञावान लोग नहीं हैं, उसको लगता है भाई उनको देख रहा है संतुष्ट है, जो पहुँचे हुए लोग हैं, ऋषि लोग हैं, संतुष्ट है तो लगता है संतोष कर लो, सुखी हो जाओ। वो अपने असंतोष को का दमन करके, रिप्रेस करके झूठा संतोष लोग ओढ़ लेता है, वो सुखी नहीं हो सकता। लेकिन जो सुखी हो गया, जो हैप्पी हो गया, वन हु इज़ हैप्पी विल बी सेटिस्फाइड। जो सुखी हो गया, सुखी आदमी का क्या मतलब? सुखी हो गया तो संतुष्ट कैसे ही नहीं, तभी तो सुखी है। सुख जो है तुम्हारे भीतर से अगर आ रहा है तो फिर संतोष आ ही जाएगा, नहीं तो तुम सुखी हो ही नहीं सकते। If you are happy, then you will become satisfied. Otherwise, how you can be happy? Your happiness cannot last, will not last. If happiness is coming from within you, it is your inner state, not the result of something from outside. Then contentment will also happen. Because once you are discontented, happiness will disappear. This discontentment will destroy your happiness. One who is happy will automatically become contented. Why you are giving such a stupid look? What happened?
I did not understand.
It will be the byproduct of happiness. How you will understand? Because you have no understanding, so how you will understand?
No, I said if you are satisfied, if someone is satisfied.
If someone is satisfied, that means at the same time he is happy also. Otherwise satisfaction cannot happen. But you can impose satisfaction. Others will think you are very satisfied. That is what happens in India. So many people, they say Santoshi Sada Sukhi. So they are inside. All kind of rights is happening inside. All kind of restlessness is inside. But they will show that they are very content. This is the hypocrisy of the whole country. But happiness you cannot act. Anyone who is intelligent will know that are you happy or not really. Happiness happens. You cannot force it. It happens only when you are connected to your center. Otherwise it cannot happen. Happiness is your psychological state. There is something beyond happiness also, which in India they call it bliss. Bliss is your very nature, but happiness is very near to bliss. What most of the people are seeking is pleasure. Pleasure is not happiness. Pleasure happens because of the excitement of sense organs. because of the stimulation of sense organ. Pleasure comes from outside. Happiness comes from within you. Are you still confused or you have understood?
Okay. So, as you said, if you are connected to your center, then happiness comes.
Happiness happens.
Happiness happens, and happiness is
Happiness cannot be forced.
yeah, and happiness is a psychological
State.
state. So, if happiness is psychological state, then someone can also assume that he is connected to his center, and he shows, or he may be just projecting that he is happy.
When your inner state is in tune with existence, then happiness will happen. Once the tune is lost, happiness will also go. When your psychological state is silent, when it is in a musical state, then only happiness happens. Otherwise, you may act that you are happy, but that is not an inner happiness. Happiness will happen only when you are very near to your source. Bliss is a permanent state. You can become sometimes sad also, but you know the bliss is always there, because bliss is happens when you become conscious, when you are consciousness itself. Only when you are conscious, then you are in your natural state. Bliss is something which never comes, never goes. It is a, you can call it permanent state, or you can call it your natural state. But happiness is also quite near to it.
But happiness may be temporary.
May be temporary, but when it all depends on who is using the word. When Buddha is saying Bahujan Hitaya Bahujan Sukhaya, his Sukh is different from what other people mean. That Sukh comes when you are connected to your being. That can be seen by others. Your inner state is happiness. You are connected to your source, but how the other will know? There will be some change in your behavior, some change in your outside state. That others can also see. This is not only I, it is Osho has also said. Sukhi Sada Santosa. Now you are convinced because Osho has said. No, not at all.
ये अभी
It is.
last
You just try to become happy. You are here for few days more. You just act. You won't be able to act. Anyone who has eyes will be able to see that
I can.
it is not flower. The flower has not happened. You can just show your Jimmy Carter smile, but that is not happiness. Your whole being is ecstatic. Your whole being is full of joy. That you cannot pose. You are totally relaxed. You are rested. You cannot act like that. You try to act. You said I can. Just try. Now you are just showing your teeth, but
If
What?
No need to just be fake. I
No
guess.
need to.
Just be fake.
Uh,
If it is, then it is. If it not, then let it be.
in India, people are always observing. They have seen enlightened people. They have seen Buddhas. So they observe that they look contented. They look happy also. So to behave like as if you are contented is very easy. I don't want anything. I am fulfilled. But you cannot act well. You will be caught if you are acting that you are happy. How long you can act? The happiness which they are talking about is your inner state, not that which Juhi Chawla shows. For a while it is there, but they may be also more happy than normal people because they have not much to worry about. So they are, as long as things are going good or going great, they are without anxiety, and they have less anxiety. But in reality, if you are contented, then you will be happy also. And to reach to real contentment is very difficult. But you can show to others that you are contented. You can just tell to others. But it is always better to be Socrates dissatisfied than to be a fool satisfied. It is better to be man dissatisfied than to be a pig satisfied. So that kind of contentment, or you are acting as you are satisfied.
As this statement or this dialogue, that it is better to be Socrates dissatisfied than a pig satisfied.
Than to be a fool satisfied.
Exactly, it was pig satisfied.
No. It is better to be Socrates dissatisfied than to be a fool satisfied. It is better to be man dissatisfied than to be a pig satisfied.
Okay. So if
out of ignorance you think you are satisfied, you don't know anything, so you think this is all. Maybe you have money, you have power, and you are satisfied. That means you cannot. Your whole world is just confined to physical things. You don't know anything beyond physical, and you cannot imagine anything beyond physical. So you can show to others that you are contented, you are satisfied. But this kind of satisfaction is very animalistic. It is of a person who is very unevolved. If you have discontent, that is what is said, this is the word, divine discontent, then you can grow, then you will search.
Discontent or contentless? Tell me.
Contentless is a totally different thing. Discontent means dissatisfaction.
Dissatisfaction.
Only when you are dissatisfied, your search will begin. If you are satisfied with your wealth, with your money, with your woman, then you will not search for anything beyond it. You can live a very, if you have money, if you have woman, in a way you can be satisfied. But then your intelligence is not of very high kind. You are not able to see the prison in which you are. You are in a prison of the physical, prison of limitation. But you don't have the ability to see your prison. So you may be thinking that you are in a very great state. But a person who has got all those things, if he has intelligence, then he will understand that still he is in a prison. He has everything from outside. But his consciousness, his soul, is still in prison. It is still in confinement. Now what you are asking?
I was saying, as we get back to the statement of the Socrates, that he said it is better Socrates dissatisfied or unsatisfied than a fool satisfied. Okay, so here is my question. If someone is fool and he is satisfied, is he not on the path to become Socrates?
Not at all. Not at all. Never. If he is satisfied, his search will end. He will not move at all. Only when you are dissatisfied, you can move further. You can evolve. Otherwise, if you are satisfied, your journey will end. Even Socrates has not reached. That's why he wanted to have that poison, hemlock or whatever it's named. He wanted to know whether he wanted to experience death. He wanted to taste death. He was in search whether is there something within me which will survive death or not. And his disciples, I should not say his disciples, his students, they wanted to delay it. And the man who was making that poison, he also wanted to delay because he thought Socrates is a very harmless, very good human being. So he was delaying it. But Socrates was very excited. He was saying that the time is fixed, that this time I have to be given poison. Why you are delaying? So, and they were very sad. He said, why you are sad? There can be only two possibilities. I will die. If I die, the whole story ends. What is there to? There is no suffering afterwards. So what is there to worry about? Everything is finished. The whole story is finished. Or I will survive. My consciousness will survive. Then also there is no need to worry. I have not died. The real thing within me, my essence has remained. If the real has survived, there is no need to worry. If everything is finished, then also what is the need? The whole story has ended. But I want to experience it, whether I am going to survive or not. And then the poison was given to him. So his whole, from the leg, the body started becoming numb. So he said my legs are becoming numb, my hands are becoming numb. But I can see that I am as alive as I was before. My chest is becoming numb. My throat is becoming numb. Now I won't be able to speak, but I am feeling that I am as alive as I was before. So it seems to me there is something within me which will not die. So he was a man who was a real seeker. That's why he was dissatisfied. He was doing all kind of experiment to see whether this witnessing consciousness is part of death or not. If something is born, it will die. If it is never born, then it will not die. So that has to be seen, that has to be known. Is there anything more to ask? Right now you are enlightened. When unenlightened will happen again, then you will ask again. Okay?